Hey guys, it's been a month since I made the Coraline theories by the Theorizer. There. And for now, we'll be reacting to a King Candy's Analyze. It is from Randomatastic. If you don't know, check her videos and shout out to her. Shout out to her. That's pretty much it. Anyways, let me go for a sec. Yep, I'm decided to make a video before. Oh yeah, you're probably wondering why I haven't posted it since 1 month. It's because this computer was supposed to be fixed. If you probably don't know, there's like the crack. Wait, you probably. There's a crack right there. You didn't see. Yeah, it was supposed to be fixed for some reason, but it just stays like this. So that's why I haven't posted it for. That's why I haven't posted it for like a month. So yeah. But good news is I'm back, and I'll be reacting to this video, King Candy Analyze, or it just says this Disney greatest mortal villain, a Turbo King Candy / King Candy Analyze, or I'll just simply just say King Candy Analyze because that's what I just searched up on. Anyways, continue.
I have so much to share. Perhaps before we dive into this video, I just wanted to mention that there may be a few audio inconsistencies since I recorded this over the span of 9 months in multiple different spaces. Thank you for understanding. I have so much to share, perhaps too much to share. Let us begin.
Yep. The Screamers. Yes, I already know this. Sasha.
Is my favorite.
Sasha skip this.
Wreck-It Ralph is my favorite movie. Produced by Walt Disney
Yeah.
Animation Studios and directed by Rich
I feel like
Moore,
this one is the first
released in-
one. I think this movie is like the first one that they made a good mortal villain out of all the villains. Out of all the twist villains ones. Which, yeah, it makes sense because King Candy we all know King Candy was actually the bad guy. But ever since this whole him being a turbo, that's like the literal twist villain. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of better.
Theaters on November 2nd, 2012. Our titular Ralph character lives in an old 80s arcade game called Fix-It Felix Jr. And his job is to be a bad guy, and he wrecks the building. That's why he's called that. But unfortunately for him, his hard work goes unappreciated. In fact,
Yeah.
he's outcast and neglected by all the other good guys in this game just because he's a bad guy. And he's been doing his job for 30 years and nothing has changed.
And no one
So
never
Ralph
pushed
reaches
him.
a breaking point, thinking that if he gets a hero's medal, something that good guys get all the time, he'll finally be treated with the respect he deserves.
Yeah.
But Ralph at 9 feet tall with God-given fists of destruction,
Big old
wasn't
hands.
exactly programmed to
Yeah,
be a
that's
good
not
guy.
gonna work,
So his
buddy.
ventures
I'm
into
sorry.
Hero's Duty, a game where he can earn a medal, proved to be a little more chaotic than he imagined.
Yeah.
After an unfortunate series of events that almost resulted in Sonic's death, he
Oh,
finds
yeah, I didn't
himself
even
stuck
know
in a new
this.
racing game called
Until
Sugar Rush,
now.
where he stumbles upon this bratty little kid named Vanellope.
Bro,
As it turns
Penelope is my favorite character, honestly. She's like my favorite character, honestly. Silly. I love how I do like this version, but in the sequel version, I don't like her. I'm sorry. It's just, I get what some people will probably rank her. Some people might rank her low because of the sequel, which, yes, most of the only reason why some of the shifts were neither okay or the bad ones is because of the sequels. and not because of the sequels, or they're just boring, or they just literally so toxic. That, no.
Vanellope is dying to be a racer, but she's forbidden to because she's a glitch, which the members of her game relentlessly harass and outcast her for. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
So Vanellope steals Ralph's medal so she can enter the race, and Ralph is obviously pissed at her.
To a child. Shame on you, Ralph.
Yep. I did that pressure very good.
only reobtain the medal if she wins, and since she
I
needs
love my
his help
voice
to
is
make
so
a cart,
deep, so
they reluctantly
yeah.
give up. But not only did Vanellope need Ralph's help, but he also needed her help. The two argue and jab at each other at first until they slowly begin to realize how similar their struggles are.
They both
And
outcasts.
because of that connection, they end up forming a true and sincere friendship,
Aw.
and quite possibly the first friend that either of them has ever had.
They
By the end of the film,
brother-
Ralph
like brother,
accepts
like
the fact
sisters.
that in his code, he is a bad guy. Except now, that's something that he's learned to embrace and love himself for.
Because if that little kid likes me, how bad can I be?
At first, I didn't even notice. See her hand? See her hands? I didn't even notice her hands only have 4 fingers, but Ralph had 5. I didn't even notice that in a long time until I saw. Like, I thought they were both human, but for a sec, I didn't know that.
Kid likes
Mm.
me, how bad can I be?
Also, these two hook up.
How bad can I be?
To be honest, I don't think I saw this movie when it first came out, or if I did, I don't remember it because I would have been like 8 years old.
Yeah, I usually don't remember this movie until I watched it. I was like, I think I was kind of another 6 or 7 when I watched it. Yeah, I kind of agree. I would not remember that either if I were that young.
But I do remember having the DVD and watching it in the basement with my
I
family
don't,
maybe once.
honestly.
And that's also when I first
Only got that DVD. Like I said, you remember what I said about the DVDs that it shows like before they about to release it? Yeah, that's the kind of DVD I have, but not like the actual one that I can see perfectly without the people that are in the theaters watching it. That's kind of like.
Sonic existed. Wow. A lot more recently.
What's even more crazy or effed up is that how come Bowser's in the game but Mario is? How come Bowser's in this movie but Mario isn't? That would have been see if they would have put Mario in it, that would have been a freaking different movie.
To rewatch the movie because I hadn't seen it since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And that's the moment it began to consume my entire life. To put it simply, Wreck-It Ralph is just one of those scrumptious movies where you pick up on new details every time you rewatch it. Not to mention, no matter how many times you've seen it, it's still funny.
You get one of those medals? Negatory. What does that mean, maybe?
But one of the first standout aspects of this film is even before the opening sequence. Excuse me, citizen, have you seen this man? Officers, I've never seen him in my life. Disney has been using the Steamboat Willie.
Oh
animation
yeah,
to
I
introduce
remember that everything. Oh yeah, I remember it. It mostly happened. Oh yeah, I remember this logo before they even start this movie. I seen that one multiple times, but usually when I was a kid, I don't remember what kind of new logo that I first watched when I was like little, when I was very little. So yeah, Disney is kind of old, honestly. I'm just saying. When I first, one thing I remember was, thing I used to remember was that, one logo that I used to remember watching growing up was this logo. Yeah, that's exactly. I remember it's exactly like the logo, but it's at the 15 in it. You know, like the 50 anniversary, which that Tangled was actually the first 3D movie. So yeah, until that's kind of like that.
Feature films ever since 2007, with
Yeah.
Meet the Robinsons being its debut.
Oh.
But Wreck-It
Oh,
Ralph
yeah, I
was the
forgot
very
that
first
one was the
one to
first
put a
and
unique
two.
spin on it. In fact, it remains the only one out of 16 films to do so. And I'm not counting the ones
Like Tangle and Enchanto, the 16th. Oh yeah, I remember this. Enchanto was made. Wait, what was this Enchanto made? Sorry guys, I'm kind of forgetful kind of person. I kind of forgetful type of person. Oh, 2021. Oh, okay. I was like, oh my goodness.
that are
It was
anniversaries,
that.
and neither am I counting the ones with like singing in the
And more. Yeah. And they put the exact same song, different songs on it. Like, two of them. Rest of them have their own songs. It's exact same like whistles, except for shoot, what was it? Frozen and Moana. Yeah, Moana. I remember it.
background. I'm looking at you, Frozen. Following the intro, the entire movie is
Hey, I love Frozen. Hey, honestly, I like Frozen. Elsa's literally my favorite character. Cause she's single, she's independent, she got the powers. Brother, come on. She's a baddie too. Like, you cannot tell me.
attention to detail, its specialty being references to gaming culture, and there's
And she kind of related to me because I always been isolating. Cause she always isolated herself from her sister because she wanted to protect her. It's kind of like me, but that's not just because I just like being lonely. That's pretty much it.
probably too many to count. But a few honorable mentions
Pac-Man.
include the graffiti on the walls of Game Central Station, the post-credit sequence featuring a Pac-Man kill screen, and my personal favorites, this cute little gameplay segment from Tappers.
I'm from the bar game. That's where it is.
It's also pretty easy to see how Sugar Rush was inspired by Mario Kart.
Yeah.
They have Sugar Cube item boxes with Sweet Seekers as an obvious parallel to Red Shells.
Yep.
They also have a mini-map with the racers'
Yeah, I
names on
did.
it, and Lakitus that look like marshmallows,
Yep.
burning out at the start of a race,
Yep.
boost pads, rocket launchers, Rainbow Road,
Yep.
and even the design of the game console itself.
Oh.
In a time before the Mario movie existed, with its
Yeah.
absolutely peak Rainbow Road sequence, oh my god.
You know, honestly, wow. And don't forget, Super Mario Galaxy movie. Some people said they don't like it, but to me, I like it. I love the Bowser Jr. transformation, the whole fight scenes, and bro, I love it. I love this movie, bro. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Sugar Rush was the closest you were going to get to that sort of thing in 2012. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this movie was the first theatrical debut for a lot of these classic gaming characters. I
Yeah,
honestly think
like
it's pretty fair
Sonic,
to say that Wreck-It Ralph
Eggman,
proved that
Bowser,
despite
they're only three
previous
there.
attempts, video game movies actually could be successful. Do you see this big, beautiful man right here? That wouldn't have been possible if he hadn't gone to group therapy first. Although he honestly still needs therapy in that movie.
Pain is the best teacher.
But hey, in the sequel, he
Just
became.
you.
But hey, in the sequel, he became a good father. He learned a good father, bro. He literally had to be a bad guy just to be with his son. He literally had to do bad things for his own son, which, oh my god, it's so emotional.
Building your app.
Bro, you got to watch this movie, bro. You're gonna watch this movie. This movie was, oh my god, this movie. I love it.
Now, it's clear that this film has resonated with people thanks to its comedy and emotional impact. But
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays, in retrospect, Wreck-It Ralph stands in a weird middle ground between not quite being underrated, but still not talked about nearly enough. It's definitely a great and solid film, but it's not going to absolutely blow you away, like, for example, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. It was also 12 years ago, so I think that also might have something to do with it.
I need to stop
That
with that.
and,
I need to stop
well,
with the character oppression.
some-
I need to stop with the freaking character oppression. I was about to say. Because I already did from LV and Puss in Boots. I need to stop, okay? I need to stop with oppression. But I kind of want to do it, though. Because I want to see how I want to see how good my oppression is. Because for most of the time, I'm mostly good at making voices of a guy that's less have the exact same voice as a guy, but I mostly do it to girls. Yeah, because I am a girl.
Something else
But I
that
mostly
came
do it for
along
boys.
that I think we all tried to forget.
Oh yeah, some people hate that movie.
Following
Honestly.
its 2018 release, Ralph Breaks the Internet gained a huge amount of
Oh, yeah, I
attention
don't
on
like them.
YouTube, which is pretty ironic because he goes viral in the movie. But this is kind of
What?
a problem because the most popular videos on Wreck-It Ralph are on how bad the sequel is. And
Literally, that's just like this. Just because the first film in the movie was this popular, does not mean you had to make a sequel to. Cause the more the first movie was this, cause the gooder that first movie is, the better the sequel is. I mean, some sequels are good, almost good than the first one, but some bad sequels. But there are some other bad sequels there are some sequels that are literally gets so bad in the first one, which caused some of the characters looks. What makes one of us it's like to try to make. It's like the sequels try to change their personality that makes us neither put them low or they okay kind of thing, or make them all the way up on top. Which that's kind of like shit. It's kind of like ranking couples. And much as you hate that you have to, because unless you wish that you want to put some of the couples that you like higher, but you have to say but some of them have to go neither okay or bad because of sequels. So yeah, that's yeah, and shows too. Some of the shows kind of helps, I think. I don't know.
Don't be wrong, it is more than okay to criticize it, but when you associate the first film so much with this abomination, they begin to feel inseparable.
Flaws.
Megamind, on the other hand, was able to take the punches with
Yeah.
this horrible sequel because the standalone film.
And literally, people literally hate that sequel. Because, first off, the voice actor of Megamind in the first film didn't get his role back. Got replaced by a different person. And two, the character design looks different than the first film. Which, honestly, usually, I'm usually okay. That some of the characters looks different. I'm usually okay. In the sequel, they look different in the first film, just to make it look better. But the whole movie, yeah, no, I don't know. But I do love some of the characters. I just don't like the fact that I have to either agree or disagree on do I actually like the character now after the sequel, or do I actually still like the character even the sequels? I don't know.
Already garnered huge amounts of praise. But given that Megamind is just sort of its own phenomenon, that sort of thing didn't really happen with Wreck-It Ralph, so it just lives in the shadow of its sequel. A dark shadow of cringe. Now, I don't want to dwell on this soulless dumpster fire for much longer, but I'm pretty sure that all Disney saw in Wreck-It Ralph was an IP crossover fest, which is more than disappointing, because it has so much potential. Although that was a chunk of the first film's personality.
Oh yeah, and I remember they did in the sequel of Ralph Breaking the Internet. They have not mentioned Turbo, like they don't even mention Turbo. They don't even mention Turbo or saying that they go Turbo, something like that. They never say something about Turbo or something like that, because some may say yes because Turbo is dead in the first film. But here's the thing though, even King Candy, aka Turbo, is dead. The characters that jump out of the game to go to another game will probably still will go Turbo. Well, like on the other hand, for Melvie was supposed to have a good reason to go Turbo because she actually loved this game. But Ralph literally did that was because he wanted, or he did that in a selfish way because he wanted to be seen as a good person. But that don't usually work because he did terrible things that he never meant to do, but yet you have to just, yeah, he did bad. Just because you wanted to be seen as a good person doesn't mean you have to always try to be good to everyone else. Like, you may look good or nice, but you can't always be this nice, especially when it comes to getting assaulted or being called. That just don't work like that. It just don't work like that. This is like reality. This is reality. This is not like this is not like a fantasy. This is real life, y'all. I'm sorry to say this, but this is real life. I'm sorry.
It was charming because they handled it responsibly, pretty much limiting brand mentions to clever one-offs. I also think it's because a lot of the product placements, not you, were loving tributes to retro gaming.
I didn't notice.
Whereas in Ralph Breaks the Internet, it's just there.
Snapchat, I
a lot
have
of it was
Snapchat.
just so blatant and lacking in self-control, and I think that was one of its many glaring problems. Also, can you believe that Colleen fucking bounced?
You see when I first look at her, I thought that's Miranda Sings just because of the lips and the hair and the face and stuff, but no, it's someone else. I was like, what? That's someone else? I thought that was Miranda Sings. By the way, Miranda Sings, if you're watching this, don't take it too personally. I'm just confused. I'm sorry. If you're watching this, please don't sue me.
Challenger is in this movie. Like, I didn't know it could age worse than it already has. But as the years pass,
It's just because of the lips thing. It's just because of the lips. I mean, it's not like I'm not trying to assault her or anything. It's just confusing where you thought that that's the person you saw, but you realize that that's a different person. That's kind of like that, honestly. But again, if you're watching this murder thing, I am so sorry about that.
A bad sequel, or at least anything besides the fact that it sucked. They'll always return to the original, the one that touched the
They would rather
hearts
watch
of
this.
millions.
Yeah, most of the people would probably rather watch the first one than the sequels. I mean, there's some sequels that are good, like for example, The Lion King 2. I love this movie, and Cinderella 3. I know it's not the second movie, but some people like this one more than the second one because of the prince looks so different, and you know.
So much so that a careless cash grab feels like a personal attack on our emotional connection to the first film. For there to have been such a defensive outcry against Ralph Breaks the Internet, people had to care about Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but this is important. The shooter who murdered my sweet little Daniel.
I don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that.
But do you know who the best character in this movie is? I'll give you a hint.
Guys, we already know who it is. Girl, we already know who it is. Girl, we already know who it is. We look at that freaking movie at the title. You look at the title of your video. You already know what you're about to say. Yeah. We already know what you're about to say.
Time's up. Why, it's Cuber. That's right. It's
I mean, I do like Cuber. I kind of wish he had more scenes, honestly.
But unfortunately, this isn't a 2-hour-long analysis on Hubert.
Nah.
It's about, wait, why is
This.
Alright.
This. Ooh.
King Candy.
Although this film
Usually, when I first look at him, probably since growing up, I usually just assaulting. I was literally just assaulting him, and roasting the heck out of him. I was literally like roasting the heck out of him. Like I call him Pinocchio and some crap, Dr. Eggman, something like that. Which kind of true. He does look like Dr. Eggman. And shoot, I must have really hate him that much. But you know what else I just remember? See, if you if Queen of Hearts and Mad Hatter, like imagine, you see this. Like first, like imagine he's the fusion. You know what he look like? He like the fused version of the Queen of Hearts and the Mad Hatter. Like, isn't that obvious? He has the exact same personality. He may have the exact same appearance as the Mad Hatter, but his personality and his royalty looks exactly like the Queen of Hearts. Like, you could tell by his freaking anger.
mainly focuses on a character versus society conflict, i.e. Ralph and Vanellope against the world, it still has a villain. And a pretty damn good one at that.
A better
In
one.
classic Disney movies, villains usually have the widest range of expression, and that couldn't be more true for King Candy. He's able to be mysterious and threatening, while simultaneously being fun.
I was trying to roast him. I was trying to say what he. I was trying to roast him by saying what he looks like. Only thing I know that he looks like the old man version of Pinocchio. And Dr. Eggman. When I was a child. But then look at him really close and get to find out that he looks exactly like the Mad Hatter. Which honestly made sense because he was supposed to be voiced by the Mad Hatter. He was supposed to have the same voice actor as the Mad Hatter, like the Mad Hatter, but they decided to replace him with the voice actor that voiced as the Wish, the Gopher Wish, and Hey Hey from Moana. Yeah, he did that. I'm trying to think what. Anyway, let's see. Oh man, character cartoon. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at useless for some reason. So yeah, that's the only thing I get to roast him now. It's calling him Pinocchio. And the Mad Doctor. Oh, I just remember. Mega Eggman. Wait. Because Eggman. Wait, you know. No, wait. I just remember something. No way, I was about to say. Ah, dang, I was just about to say. Cause he has those hairs that's on. He has like a bald head all the way. He has hair on the sides of his, right under his ears for some reason. I totally forgot about Baldy. I totally forgot to use a car. I made the. I don't know if I did, but I think I remember that I called him Baldy. I think I remember I called him Baldy. I think I remember I used to roast him saying that he looked like Baldy. I don't know if I actually did, but I'm pretty sure I did because they both bald with one hair, bro.
And energetic. This is all nicely complemented by his servant Sourbill, who, on the contrary,
Eeyore.
has the
He literally has the
enthusiasm
same
of a
voice.
dehydrated plant.
It comes up to not voiced by the same as Eeyore, but he kind of does sound like Eeyore.
This personality makes Candy not only an entertaining and interesting character, but also a really fun villain. I think it's well agreed upon that the best Disney villains are the ones that make you laugh while also making you cower. That is to say, they're a little bit silly sometimes, but will not hesitate to terrorize the main characters and the audience if they feel like it. They're also gay. Furthermore, King Candy's characterization is elevated even higher by a stellar vocal performance from Alan Tudyk, who actually won an Annie Award for his performance back when the movie came out. Now here he is doing it. Who actually won an Annie?
What's that Luke do? I forgot who Luke do is. I do know the show, but I forgot who Luke is. Oh, that little freak. Oh, that little bird freak. That's who he is. I totally forgot who Luke is. I'm sorry to a Star fan. I just don't remember them that much. So I'm sorry.
Award for his performance back when the movie came out. Now here he is doing the silly voice. That's what we're all here for.
You are a threat to my game, to the order I have maintained.
Alan was first approached by Disney asking if he was able to do an Ed Wynn impression, who was an American actor and comedian.
Oh yeah. I did mention that he had the same appearance as a Mad Hatter.
So if you think King Candy,
See, if I would have known that King Candy looked like a Mad Hatter, that would have roasted the heck out of him. That would have been talking. And that's good. I would have roasted the heck out of this dude by now. I would have been roasting the heck out of him by calling him names like, boy, you look like a Mad Hatter if he was just having anger issues. Like, boy.
is familiar, this is probably the reason why.
Tea? Oh, I never thought of tea, of course.
Tea.
So now that you know what he's supposed to sound like, here's what he sounds like in Wreck-It Ralph's teaser trailer for some.
Oh, I did watch it. I only seen it once, but I haven't seen it a couple of years.
I mean, what the?
Teaser trailer for some godforsaken reason.
Ralph, you're game jumping? What the fuck? Why does he sound like?
So from my understanding, this happened because they no longer had Alan Tudyk on set, and they needed lines recorded for the trailer, but he was gone, and they couldn't use the Ralph, you're not going turbo, because that's a weird thing to put into a trailer, because no one's gonna know what that is. So they just had some random